Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another pickups video. I know it's been a while since I've done a pickups video, very long time. Um, and that's because actually hold up before I explain why. I think the last time I made a pickups video was probably back in January or December. Wow, it's been a while, but the reason why I stopped making pickups videos is because I got Instagram back in February, and on Instagram I've been posting pictures of new stuff I got whenever I get something new on there. So if you want to check out other new pickups I get and stuff, follow me on Instagram. Link is in my YouTube channel. But this past week I did some record. Sorry, I went to. God damn it! I'm sorry. I went to two of my favorite record stores and got a good amount of stuff. Um, First one I went to was Residency Records in Salem, Massachusetts. Great, great catalog there. I'm good friends with the owner. He's always nice and stuff. He mostly focuses on metal stuff and underground stuff, a little bit punk and stuff. And the other store I went to was a store called Welfare Records in Haverhill, Massachusetts, and they mostly focus mostly on all of metal and stuff, and I find a lot of good stuff there, like a lot of rare stuff. I find like CD singles, vinyl singles, picture disc singles. Like when I went there, they had two wash singles there, like 95 Nasty and Animal Fuck Like a Beast. What's it called? They were picture disc and cut out and stuff, but I didn't get those because I found other stuff. But the next time I go back there and they're there, I'm definitely gonna try to get them. So without further ado, let's get started. We'll start with the stuff I got at Residency Records. And when I went, they were about to close, so I didn't have that much time to look around, but I was able to grab three things. So we're going to start off with a very rare album that's no longer out of print, or hasn't been in print for a very long time. Badlands, the first Badlands album I got it on cassette. Jakey Lee's band after he got kicked out of Ozzy. Uh, it's Jake on guitar, Ray Gillen on vocals, may he rest in peace. Eric Singer on drums, and who's the guy on bass? Greg Chasin on bass. And if you guys don't know that much about Badlands sound, basically, if you it's not like Jake's stuff that he did in Ozzy. It's very bluesy hard rock mixed with a little bit of hair metal, and I think it's mixed very well. They mix those genres very well on here. Ray Gillen's vocals are really good. Jake is awesome. Eric Singer sounds pretty good on here. I gotta say, some standout tracks on here are probably High Wire, Dreams in the Dark, Staying on the Edge, Streets Cry for Freedom, and Devil Stomp. Once again, if you're into bluesy stuff and hair metal stuff, check this out because this is a really good album. Really good. The other cassette I got there at Residency Records was very different to my liking, but I really enjoyed this cassette, and it's really good. It's a brand new album, actually came out back in April, I believe, or May. It's Jazz Sabbath Volume 2. Now, if you guys have probably most of you guys have no idea what Jazz Sabbath is, so I'm going to explain to you. Jazz Sabbath is basically, I forget how many guys are in here, but this guy's the leader of the band right here. And he used to be the keyboardist / pianist and stuff for Black Sabbath in the early 2010s and stuff. And after Black Sabbath broke up, this guy decided to start his own band, which basically does jazz versions of classic Sabbath songs. And it's like all right here, the story and stuff. and you can also read it on Spotify and Wikipedia. This guy basically came up with a funny story saying how Black Sabbath ripped off his band Jazz Sabbath. It's all fun and jokes. He's not saying Black Sabbath ripped him off. He's not crazy. It's just a joke saying like he was a huge jazz star and then he got into a car accident and stuff and his career was ruined, and this band called Black Sabbath took the songs that he did and became huge with them. And now all of a sudden the master tapes are found and now the music is released and stuff. It's all a joke. It's all a joke, this story. It's not real. It's just a joke. But I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of jazz. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I like it, I guess. But this is really good. Like, the jazz version on here of Paranoid is pretty good. Snowblind is really good. Cinema of the Universe is great. But NIB, man. NIB is so good on here. If you guys... I recommend this to any Black Sabbath fan, but if you guys only want to check out one song for them, check out their version of NIB. It's really good, and even their version of Black Sabbath is pretty good. Jazz Sabbath, really, Volume 2, very good. I gotta get the first album as well, which is pretty good. Check it out if you guys are huge into Sabbath, like me. Now, the last thing I got at Residency Records was a VHS, and this VHS came out in the early 90s, and it's associated with a live album. It's from Ozzy Osbourne, and it's called Live and Loud. Live and Loud, as we all know, is Ozzy's live album that he released during the No More Tours era, No More Tears era, back in 93. And he released a live album with, like, you know, the CD had, like, the griddle version and stuff. Like the CD had, like, this, and you could scratch it and stuff, and it had, like, a texture to it. But, basically releasing a live album from that era, and, a home video of the concert. Now, I actually haven't played this yet. I saw it there for like $5, and I was like, dang, this is pretty good. It's in pretty good condition, good price and stuff. I'll give it a chance, and I haven't watched it yet, but when I do watch it, I'm gonna post about it. I'm gonna post pictures of it and talk about it on Instagram. So go follow me on Instagram, and eventually I'll talk about this. But Live and Loud, can't wait to check it out and stuff. Can't wait to check it out, and hopefully one day I get the actual CD and stuff. Now we're gonna go to the stuff at in Haverhill with Welfare Records, and I got all cassettes and CDs. Now, what do I start with? You know what? Let's start with cassettes. Alright, this is an album that I've been wanting to get for years and years. I've been into this band for a long time thanks to my uncle. He introduced them to me when I was about 13 or 14, and I've always been looking for it on vinyl or CD or cassette, but I can never find it anywhere and stuff, and I always been borrowing my uncle's CD, but I finally got on cassette. I prefer to have it on vinyl or CD, but it's a start, and that's Cinderella's first album, Night Songs. What can I say about this album that's not already been said? It's a masterpiece. It's a great hard rock glam metal album. Tom Kiefer is badass on it. Fred Corey lays down a good drum beat. Jeff LaBar, God rest his soul, rest in peace, has some great solos on here. And sorry. And Eric Brington's just Eric. Sorry, Eric, but I don't know why. Every time I listen to Cinderella, I can never hear the bass. The bass is always too low. Same thing with Dokken, which we'll be getting to later. Spoiler alert. You can never hear the bass on it. But once again, like, every track is just great, man. Night Songs, title track, kick ass. Not Somebody Save Me. Shake Me, fun classic tune. Nobody's Fool, classic power ballad. Dudley for Nothing is awesome. Probably my favorite on here. Once Around the Ride is really heavy. I love the way Tom Kiefer sings. Hell on Wheels is fast and good. Somebody Save Me used to be my favorite track on here. Now it's in my top 3. I love that song. And From the Outside, very bluesy, but I like it a lot. Push Push is funny and I like it. And Back Home Again is an awesome way to end the album. Classic. If you don't own this yet, like I did, and you know the sound, get it if you can. It's hard to find. Alright, next cassette that we have up here is a band that I was mentioning earlier, Dokken. And I own almost every Dokken album from the 80s. I own Tooth and Nail on vinyl. I own Under Lock and Key, which is my favorite, on vinyl and CD. And I own Back for the Attack on cassette. Now, I don't have Breaking the Chains, and I didn't have this, but now I have it. And that's their live album, the last release of the classic era, Beast from the East. Released in 1988. Very long album, and pretty kick-ass live album. I would have preferred to get this on vinyl, but hey, at least I found it on cassette at least. Hold on, I'm trying to open up the J card. Check that out, with the Japanese flag. I wouldn't say this is one of my favorite live albums of all time, but it's a damn good live album. Like, I love how they open it with Unchained the Night. It kicks ass. Like, it comes out and punches you in the face and stuff. Really awesome. And then they go into Tooth and Nail and stuff. And then they go into a good amount of Back for the Attack songs. Kiss of Death is awesome on here. What's it called? Staying in the Shadows is pretty good on here. Mr. Scary is alright on here, I guess. I was never the biggest fan of Mr. Scary, but I think it's better on here than on the studio version, because you have the crowd going nuts for George Lynch, and George Lynch is awesome. The live version here of Heaven Sent's pretty good. It's Not Love is pretty fun on here. Alone Again is awesome on here. Breaking the Chains is awesome on here. In My Dreams is awesome on here. And even the new, the only... what's it called? Studio song here, Walk Away, pretty good. I know a lot of you Dokken diehards have this already and late to the party, but I finally got it. Winding down, we have 3 cassettes left, and then we'll get to the CDs. We have two Stryper singles coming up, and the first one I have right here is the Always There For You single from In God We Trust. Now, here's the thing. This thing is not meant to be in a regular case. This was a cardboard slip. You can see there's like nothing in here and stuff. But for some reason, the person who had this decided to cut the side off here and put it in a case. I don't know why. It's stupid why they did why they did that. I don't know why they did that. It's stupid. Because it's not, I don't know. I don't know why they cut it. They cut the side off here and put it in a case, whatever. But at least they were smart enough to, what's it called? Cut out, like, you know, the spikes here in the case, so that way it doesn't poke through the cardboard sleeve. But Always There For You, very poppy song, very much of a pop metal song. But I always like this song. I really like Always There For You, and it was really fun seeing Stryper play that live when I saw them a few months ago. And the B-sides on here are God We Trust, the studio version, classic track, and then it has Soldiers on the Command live in Japan 1985. I think this is from the home video, Stryper live in Japan. If not, correct me, but I think it is from the home video, kick-ass live version. And then Robert Sweet interview part 1, where from March 15th, 1988, and it's basically the interviewer asks Robert a bunch of questions like, how did In God We Trust get its title? How does he think of himself as a drummer? And Robert Sweet goes, "Oh, I don't play that much difficult stuff." He says, "Mostly simple, but I have fun playing it." He said a drummer that he really looks up to is Tommy Lee, because Tommy Lee does like all this crazy stage stuff, like, because at the time when this was released, Girls, Girls, Girls was out, and you had like Tommy Lee going on the spinning drum set and stuff. So Robert was complimenting on that. He also talked about, like, you know, does he miss home while being on the road, how recording and stuff. And apparently there's a part 2 to this, and I think that part 2 is on the CD version of I Believe in You, I think. I don't know, but if it is, then I'm right. If I'm not, it's wrong. But it's a cool interview, and pretty good. A single with some really cool B-sides. Now the other Stryper single I have is a pretty rare one. This one, the Shining Star single. Now once again, the dipshit that had this decided to cut the side off of this for some reason. Why, people? Why? There's no need to it, and the person put it in a case that had the spikes through it, so look, it poked. I tried to cover up as best as I could, but as you can see, poked holes through it. Now, luckily, I had a case like this where it didn't have those spikes, so I put it in here, but the damage was already done. As my thoughts on this, I'm really happy to have this because this is my favorite song off of, or tied as my favorite off Against the Law. It's this, Shining Star and All for One are tied as my favorite song off Against the Law. It's a really fun cover of the Earth, Wind, and Fire song. Actually, I preferred this over the original one, probably because I heard it first. And it's really rocking. I love Michael Sweet's voice on it. The bass playing on here is not by Tim Gaines, but by Randy Jackson. And, man, I'm telling you, the bass playing on here is really good. The drumming for Robert is pretty good on here. It's really fun. It's catchy. It gets you, like, gets you in a good mood. And, unfortunately, this thing only had one B-side. I only have one B-side, which is Rock the Hell Out of You, which is the last song off Against the Law, and really fast speed metal track, and it's really good. But only complaint I have with this single is I wish it had more B-sides. Maybe another song from Against the Law, maybe another rare live track or something. But it's cool for what it is. And oh wait, I put it in backwards. My bad. I don't know why these morons had to cut the side off. It's annoying. But yeah. And also, if you're wondering where this is from, it's originally from Canada. It's a Canadian cassette single. But yeah, really cool. Love this song, Shining Star from Stryper. Really good. Now, the last cassette I have here is very, very different to compare what I usually listen to. But I like this band. I wouldn't say I love them, but I like them. And so does Ralph Vieira. So if you give me shit in the comments, go give shit to Ralph Vieira, because Ralph loves this band. I wouldn't say I love them, but I like them. And that's The Police. This is their first album called Outlanders d'Amour. If you guys know what that means in French, I believe, please tell me in the comments, because I have no idea. I wouldn't say this is like a masterpiece and stuff, but it's a good album and stuff. Out of all the Police albums, it has more of a punk sound and stuff, and that's why I like this out of all of them. This is probably my favorite Police album because it has that harder edge. Next to You is pretty good. So Lonely is so catchy. The big hit off here, Roxanne, is alright, I guess. Not the biggest fan of Roxanne. Whole of My Life is pretty good. Peanuts kind of sucks, though. My bad. Sorry. Can't Say I Lose You does stand out here. Very dark song and stuff, but it's odd because it has very dark lyrics of a guy committing suicide after a breakup. But it's like all upbeat and stuff. It's really odd, but I love this song. True That's Everybody is okay. Born in the 50s is fun. Be My Girl it's not even a song. It's so weird. It's like it starts off like a normal song, and then it goes into like this long talking and stuff. It's weird, and then it continues later on. It's weird. And then the last track is an instrumental called Basoko Tenga, and it's boring. Once again, out of my comfort zone and stuff, but I do like this album. I wouldn't say I love it, but I like this, and I like this album, and I like The Police. So that's all the cassettes from Welfare Records I got. Now on to the CDs, and I got 5 CDs here, and we'll start off with the full-length CDs, because I also got CD singles. Everyone owns this album and stuff, and it took me a while till I get it. And actually, took me a while to get into this band in general. Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. And this is I guess a rare CD pressing of it, because it's reversed, as you can see. Like, this is supposed to be the cover, and that's the back. But, Appetite for Destruction, everybody owns it, everybody knows it and stuff, and I used to hate Guns N' Roses, man. I'm telling you, I used to hate them because of Axl Rose's voice. But I've come around now, and I've accepted Axl's voice and stuff. And but I gotta say, it's Duff and Steven Adler that make up for this band, because they both kick ass on here. Steven Adler's drumming is amazing. I love Duff McKagan's bass lines on here. And Slash is Slash. Sure, he could be very repetitive at times, and and kind of repeats himself over and over again. But at least and then you have Axl whining like a cat. But I gotten used to it. But as I was saying, yeah, everybody knows this album, everybody has it, and now I have it. And songs I love off here are Welcome to the Jungle, I Don't Get Sick of It, It's So Easy, probably my favorite on here, very punkish, I love it. It's So Easy is awesome. Night Train is not the biggest fan of it. Out to Get Me is once again not really that good. It kind of sounds like them repeating themselves again. And also Axl's really annoying on it. He's like, I'm fucking innocent. He goes, they won't break me. Yeah, ugh, I can't stand his vocals on that track. Mr. Brownstone's pretty cool. I like that song. Paradise City goes way too long and stuff with the chorus. It repeats itself over and over again and gets old. My Michelle, I love My Michelle. I love that song. Pretty good. And Axl sounds pretty good on it as well. Think About You. I really like that one. Kind of more poppy, but I love it. Sweet Child of Mine. Everybody's heard it. Everybody's sick of it. I love it. I've always loved this song. Even when I hated Guns N' Roses, I love this song. I love Sweet Child of Mine. It's probably my second favorite track behind It's So Easy. You're Crazy. I love that one. Very punkish and stuff. I love the attitude of it. Really awesome. Anything Goes, originally from when they were called Hollywood Rose. I heard that version. This one's way better. Really good. I like that one. But the last song, Rocket Queen, I don't like the song. Goes on way too long, and frickin' Axl, man. I hate the ending. I've always hated the ending of that song where he goes, all I really wanted was to... I forget the lyrics, but he's like, know that I care. I can't stand Axl's voice on that song. I'm sorry. But out of the 12 songs here, I love 7 or 8 out of the 12. So it's a really good album. Appetite for Destruction. Now the other full-length album I have here is I know a lot of people are gonna give me crap for it, but I don't care. I saw this band in concert and they're really good. And that's the first Candlebox album, the debut from 1993. If you guys don't know, yes, I did see them like literally a day after I saw Stryper back in May, and I uploaded a few videos from that show. Not a good quality as the Stryper one, because Stryper I was like close to up front and stuff. Here I was like all the way up on the balcony when I saw them, and it was actually unplugged. It was Kevin Martin and the lead guitarist that he has now. It wasn't even a full band, but it was a good fun night and stuff, and this first album was pretty good. Come on. A lot of people label them as post-grunge, and this album, they had elements of post-grunge. I agree, they did start the post-grunge movement, but there's a lot of heavy grunge on this album as well. So I would say this is mostly a grunge album with hints of post-grunge here and there. Like, Don't You is okay. I don't really like it that much, but Change, probably my favorite track on here. That was the first song I ever heard from Candlebox, and it got me hooked. It reminded me of Soundgarden, just the heaviness of it, like the chorus, awesome. You, another big hit on here. I really like that one. No Sense is pretty good. Far Behind, probably the biggest hit off here. I love that song. It's really catchy. Blossom is really good. A very moody song, but I like it. Arrow is alright. Rain is boring. Mother's Dream is boring. Cover Me is a really good song. That's a really good one. And He Calls Home, very good song and very deep as well. It tells like a story of a veteran that never came home to his family. When he came back from duty, he didn't go back to his family. He just stayed on his own now, and he's like homeless and stuff. Very, very deep and like a story and stuff, and I really like it. Pretty good album. I really like the first Candlebox album. Now, lastly, we have the CD singles, and I got 3 of them here, and I'll start off with Ozzy Makes a Return with the Perry Mason single. This is from, obviously, Osmosis. This was the first single released off of it. And I love Perry Mason. It's an awesome song. But this version is edited and... sorry. If you guys know the music video version to this song and stuff, it's basically that version and stuff. It's basically the music video version of this, and I don't know which one I like better. Both the full-length one and the edited one are both good. Now, the two B-sides on here are previously unreleased tracks. Living with the Enemy doesn't even sound like something to be off most. It sounds like something to be off No More Tears, and it's a very boring power ballad in my opinion. Well, it's not really a full-on power ballad. It's just a slow ballady song, and I don't really like it. But the other song here, The Whole World's Falling Down, that one is heavy, man. Zakk Wylde's all over the place with his usual pinch harmonics, but it's really good. Heavy, and definitely should have been on Osmosis. It could have. I prefer Worlds Falling Down over some other tracks off Osmosis. It could have replaced like L.A. Tonight or what's it called, My Little Man or My Jackal Doesn't Hide and stuff. It could have replaced one of those songs. Once again, the Perry Mason single, pretty good. Now we got 2 Metallica singles, and that's it. And they're both for the same song, just different sets. So, it's the Unforgiven 2 single. I've been collecting, whenever I see a Metallica C single, I collect it. Doesn't matter the song and stuff, I've just been collecting them. And I pretty much have almost all of the Load singles, to be honest. Load and Reload singles, because I own the Until It Sleeps single, I have the Hero of the Day single, I don't have Mama Said or King Nothing, but I have the Memory Remains single, this, and Fuel. Now, this is released in like different sets, and so this is part 1 of the 3-part set and stuff, and each part has different B-sides. For this one, obviously you have Unforgiven 2, but the live stuff is what matters, the B-sides, and the live stuff on here is Helpless Live, which is really good, the Four Horsemen Live, which is really good, and A Wolf and Man, which is really, really good on here, really good live version. These were recorded when they played in London in November 1997. Although, I do miss James's old voice, because you could tell his voice is completely shot at this point. It's been shot for like 4 or 5 years at this point. Like, James completely shot his voice in like 93, 94, and it's really sad and stuff. Like, he's okay, but he doesn't have that, like, he used to do like those heavy, yeah, and stuff, and you don't have that here. He kind of sounds weak a little bit. It makes me sad, but the performance-wise, it's awesome, and the crowd-wise, it's awesome. And in my thoughts on Unforgiven 2, I liked Unforgiven 2. I'm sorry, I like this one. Not obviously not as good as the original Unforgiven, the first Unforgiven, but it's pretty good. I do like the Unforgiven 2. And now, last but not least, the last one we have here, it's part 3 of the Unforgiven 2 single. Yeah, they didn't have part 2 for some reason. They only had part 1 and part 3. But this is part 3 of the Unforgiven 2 single set. And on this one, the B-sides are No Remorse Live, Am I Evil Live, and the Unforgiven 2 demo. Once again, the No Remorse and Am I Evil are from the same show, live in London, 1997. Man, No Remorse sounds really good on here, and Am I Evil is really good on here as well. But once again, I just love listening to, Metallica live. Metallica is up there, man. They're up there with Alice in Chains and stuff. Like, Metallica and Alice in Chains are like the 2 bands I want to see so badly live. And the Unforgiven 2 demo here was recorded on April 14th, 1995 in Lars's Dungeon. And it's basically like they didn't have lyrics for it. The only lyrics that they had for it at the time was just what I feel, what I've known. And the rest of it, James is going, wah, 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 na, 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 wah, na, na, just singing the melody and stuff. But it actually sounds pretty good music-wise, like the music in the background. It's stripped down, obviously, because it's unmixed and stuff and not finished. And it sounds pretty good stripped down. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's it, everybody. That's all the stuff I've gotten this past week. I know this video is very long, so if you guys are listening to me right now and you watched through all of this, thank you very much, because you rule. You're awesome, and thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watching this whole video, and if you are new here, please subscribe and stuff, because I'm a huge rock and metal fan. And yeah, put your thoughts down in the comments on the stuff I got today, and yeah, more TikTok videos I'll be making soon, and more regular videos I'll be making soon. And also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.